like, ugh, friendship, ugh, cliche, trash. But like, and I know, oh,
Mashima and quality in the same sentence. You can't do that. I'm like,
bro, shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. Eden Zero is gas. Shut up. So what's up, guys? It's AAA or Alex's Anime Art, and I'm back with another video. And I'm pretty much just gonna be telling you guys about a new manga that I picked up called Eden Zero, which is from the creator of Fairy Tail, Hiro Mashima. I've pretty much read about up to 68 chapters, and that's pretty much the first 25 episodes in the anime, and that's what they have out right now. So that kind of worked out perfectly. So it's just gonna be anime clips and some manga panels in here, like sort of interchangeably, since they pretty much covered the about the same type of material. And yeah, guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, and it's the road to 100 subscribers out here. Hashtag road to 100. So I really have to say this before I get into my main thoughts of the series. Like I really think Mashima is like out here like flexing like super hard right now. Like this is just the third series he got animated. It was Rave Master. Even though I never really got into Rave Master like that, I didn't really know Mashima made Rave Master until I found out about Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail also got animated. That's his most popular series, and now it's Eden Zero, which I think this has the potential to pop off, and it's already shaping up to be like a very great like story and a very great manga and anime too. Maybe if they do the adaptation right, but I really just have to throw respect on Mashima's name because he's eating right now. He's eating like Goku. He's eating like Luffy. He's eating like pretty much any shonen main right now. That's what he's doing. So I really just have to respect what he's doing right now because this man got his third series animated. He's been in the game for a minute. Man's an OG. Man is a legend. I just gotta respect it. So pretty much, Eden Zero is essentially just like a space fantasy adventure that combines elements of magic, like the ether gear and the ether that they use, like with certain types of elements and things like that. And it also combines like elements of science with like spaceships, androids, robots, all the futuristic like tech type of stuff right there. And pretty much how the journey starts off, Rebecca ends up finding Shiki on a planet called Planet Grand Bell, which is like sort of just a planet of like fantasy make believe type of stuff. There's actually a bit more behind why it's the planet of fantasy and make believe, but I'm not gonna spoil that part. I'll try to keep spoilers to a minimum in this video, but can't make any promises because the story was heat. It's pretty heat so far. So yeah, if Rebecca finds Shiki on that planet, they have to leave due to certain incidences. Not gonna spoil why they have to leave to those like why they have to leave the planet, but pretty much Shiki has to leave the planet, and that pretty much sets them up on this adventure to go find Mother, which is like Mother is like this giant like space goddess somewhere out in space, obviously, and pretty much the goal is to get a wish from her, and also I also have heard from preventing her to fall into the wrong hands because if someone bad finds Mother, they make a wish. Some bad stuff could happen to the universe and the world that they live in. So like, it's also there's an element of that too. But Shiki's goal is essentially to make 100 friends, and that's a Mashima story right there because the theme of friendship. Even though people talked about that in Fairy Tail as being like like ugh, friendship, cliche, trash, but like um for Shiki, it's mainly it's pretty much like a more so toned down throughout the series, and that's really not the main focus of this. It's more so on the world and how big and expansive the world is since they're in space. So the friendship thing it shouldn't really bother you that much if that was your problem with Fairy Tale. But yeah, Shigi's goal is to make 100 friends. Um, Rebecca's goal is to pop off on BCube or it's YouTube, but they call them BCubers. BCubers equals YouTubers essentially. That's what it is. She's trying to pop off on that site. She's trying to get subscribers, and she thinks like either like going to Mother or to make like a bomb video with Mother and the shot or something like that, to sort of like launch her to like BCube stardom and things like that. But like I think which is it's just like relatable for me like on a personal level right now because like she's trying to come up in the game as a YouTuber essentially. I'm pretty sure she has like 105 subscribers, I believe. There was a panel that said how many subscribers she had on her channel. But yeah, she's pretty much starting off right now, and she's trying to get up there and be in the B Cube game. So I gotta respect it. She's on the content grind, and I'm pretty sure she'll be relatable for any like smaller YouTubers and things like that. So just a personal thing, and I really related to that character. And I think Mashima he's stepped up right now with the writing right now because people talk about some of the writing that was with Fairy Tale and some things did happen. I admit there are some plot inconsistencies, but like you guys already know, I already told you. I still like Fairy Tale a lot because of the family aspect, but yeah, it's not really like the writing is really like quality in here in my opinion. And I know,
Mashima and quality in the same sentence. You can't do that. I'm like,
bro, shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. Eden Zero is gas. Shut up. Um, anyway, sorry. Like, and a little spoiler right here. Just so you know, I'm gonna try and keep this. I don't know if I said this before, but I'm gonna try and keep the spoilers to a minimum in this video. But he introduced something called the chronophage, and the chronophage is a monster that goes around and eats time from other planets. And there's no way to predict how much time the chronophage will eat from a planet. And that's to me is like a really genius type of way to tackle time travel right there because it sort of creates like two new realities. Like if it eats the time from a planet, like for example, there can be the old Weisteiner, and then there can be the young Weisteiner. The young Weisteiner was the one that got his time eaten, or the planet's time got eaten by the chronophage, and he was still on the planet at that time. But then there's an older Weiss who escaped and actually is 50 years older. So it's sort of the chronophage idea sort of created like two sort of separate realities. It wasn't really like the past would affect the future, and I just think that was like a genius and a sort of like a brilliant way to tackle time travel, and it's just like really interesting. And this series takes I think I said it before, but this series takes a more of a focus on world building instead of like necessarily characters. The characters are still good, but it's more so focused on like the world because like it's in space, like a bunch of like new and unique and interesting planets, like, and these like sort of planets all have their own like sort of philosophy and like all their sort of environments. Like Granbell was a planet of fantasy make believe. Norma was the planet that got their time eaten, and I think it's filled with earth ether. There's water ether on a planet Blue Garden, which is home to the Shooting Starlight Guild. There's planet Gills, like the criminal underworld, the scummiest scum, like the scummiest sort of people. And there's Digitalis, which is like a digital planet. Dive in like some video game type of stuff, like SAO, pretty much. And then there's the what we're up to right now is the Sun Jewel arc that involves one of the main characters on the ships, like one of the main characters on the Eden Zero. Dang it, that is kind of a spoiler. I'm not gonna say any more about what the Eden Zero means, but one of the main characters on the crew, let's just say that, and that's Planet Sun Jewel sort of involves her mother and like a sort of like hierarchy between like rich and poor people. But that's really all I'm gonna say on that. Oh yeah, and a side note, I have to say this because this dude Steiner, he turned himself to a female avatar in the game just so he could feel the bazungas. Demon time. Like, Come on, bro. But then, oh man, oh man, I forgot how much of a demon Wise is, but like he's still a cool, he's still a good guy. He's still out here. He's still down for the gang and stuff like that. But yeah. Speaking of the characters, I really do like the character interactions. Like I've always liked the way Mashima had certain character interactions. He's always seemed to have a lot of fun with the character interactions, and like usually the character personalities from Mashima I really like too. Like how characters just like how they all have some sort of chemistry, even though they don't even seem like they would necessarily fit together on paper, which is like very interesting to me and a very uh, cool way to expand on characters. And like I've said, Mashima has always been good at that, like with like the characters in Fairy Tail. Power system, Ether Gear is pretty. It's pretty damn cool too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Shiki uses gravity. Um, Homura uses swords. She's like some sort of samurai. Uh, Wise uses something called Machina Maker, and I'm not gonna spoil like about Rebecca's and what she has because it's kind of cool when you find out and it sort of gets revealed. But yeah, the Ether Gear is a pretty cool way to fight, and they're pretty cool fights in the series so far, in the manga that I've seen. So yeah, and there, I mean, like, if you really had a problem with fan service, like, I mean, like, it's not as bad in here as it was in Fairy Tail, in my opinion. Like, it's a little more tame in this one, but, like, if you really had a problem with fan service, then I guess this would be the only, like, main issue with the show, I guess. But, like, I don't really care like that. The fan service really isn't that bad to me, or even though some people I've seen complain about it. But yeah, that's like one of the only negatives I have about the series so far. But like some people are gonna be turned off by it, or people who like it are gonna be turned on. uh, Sorry, I couldn't resist. My bad. Um, but I will admit that I do have a bias here because like I do really like Fairy Tail, and jumping into this, I thought it was like gonna be like I'm really gonna enjoy this too, but I still think the show really does have quality to it if you really like just try and like if you really just try and sit down and enjoy the series and look at like what it's doing well and like all of the positives of the series and what it has going for it. I really do think it's like a really quality series, and I do recommend that anyone watching this video should check it out. Maybe find the first few chapters to read online, and then go pick it up at your local bookstore, Barnes and Noble, anything like that. But like yeah, I really do like Eden Zero. I think it's really great right now, and what they're doing with the story is really cool. What they're doing with the characters is great. The interactions are great, and I really just want to see where the story goes, and I really think it's gonna be interesting if Mashima continues in the direction that he's been going so far. So yeah, those have pretty much been my thoughts on Eden Zero. Dope series. Like I said, I may be a little biased because I liked Fairy Tail, but like you can take that for what it is. Still try it out, maybe if you feel like it. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. It's AAA or Alex's Anime Art, and I'm out.